51. Whew. And dropping.
How difficult is it to maintain these organisms? I know that this is a new site, but on prior sites at hydrothermal vents, is it to keep propagating them?
In culture, you mean?
Yes.
I would say, yeah, it can be pretty difficult, especially when it's a new organism and you're not sure, you know, what the optimal growth media is going to be. So it can definitely be very difficult to start to get to know it.
Will this be, excuse me, when you take it back to Woods Hole, will you have different people working on certain sections of it, like somebody looking at the DNA and someone else looking at, we're saying the structures, organelles, whatever?
Of the cultured work, Amy is going to be heading most of the cultured work for the microorganisms we'll collect in the bags. This is for one of the filters that we're collecting for right now. And yeah, there'll be a couple other people in the lab that will be working to maintain the cultures and also characterize them, because I think one of Amy's goals, she can expand on this more when she's back in the van, but I think one of her goals is to, you know, culture more novel organisms, microorganisms, and that will take a lot of characterization.
I got 15 degrees on the super sampler right now.
ICL's at 23.
Can you repeat those? Sorry.
It was 15 and 23 for super and ICL respectively.
Lovely, thank you. Sorry, we were just cross-checking. Eric, just to confirm, how many bottles do you have on for your tube?
I have 4.
4. Thank you, that's great.
You're going to fill them here?
I might be filling them here.
I think we've got them
somewhere else, a hotter.
Yeah, somewhere else, a hot event.
Okay.
So later on.
Do they start in port 10 or 11?
The flow is starting to slow down.
Yeah, and the temperature is dropping.
Mine dropped too.
Yeah, your paddle wheel looks like it's slowing down a little.
Looks like you guys got a big current that's kind of pulling it away for something. Not you, the science.
Is it okay that you get seawater or no? It looks like it's, you see that? It's kind of like dying.
The flow, well, the flow meter is also.
Yeah, the flow meter looks like it's slowed down quite a lot as well.
Because I think our temperature changes. You want me to pause it?
Is Amy in the lounge, Banta lounge? I want to double check with Amy.
Do you want me to run down there?
Go ahead and pause it for a second, maybe.
Pausing sample
Copy that, pausing sample.
at 2214.
Are we going to wait for the... Never mind.
Yeah, stand by, Trevor.
I think if the temperature starts to rise, we can start again.
Yeah, either we can wait for the water to flow back or we can move the...
We can reposition.
I want to
leave that
double
up to
check
you.
with Amy before repositioning.
Understood.
Hey, lounge. Oh, there we go. Can you hear us, Sarah?
No, I can't.
I can hear you, Amy, so maybe if you go over SPL.
The temperature is starting to go up though now. It's at 29.
Yeah, it looked like your flow pattern was just changed for a little bit, but it's returned to its original state.
Can't really hear her.
Amy, if you're talking, I actually can't hear you.
Oh, sorry, I was on the wrong channel. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's the question?
The temperature dropped to 3 and 4 degrees Celsius, and we could see visibly that there was like a current that went through, but now the temperature's rising. So we stopped the super, and we can start again, and maybe it'll be more representative of the fluid we have so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think that sounds good. What temperature is the super at?
22 right now.
Now it's at 22.
Okay. Yeah. Are you in the third filter?
Yes.
This is, yeah.
Okay.
So, okay to start again?
I think so.
All right.
Yeah, if it
Copy
goes
that,
down to
resuming
3 or 4, I would stop, I guess, just to wait for it to come back up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Start sampling
Copy
at
that.
22:16. So we'll add 2 minutes to the
Flow
final
wheel
time.
has almost stopped. It keeps.
Maybe it'll start up again.
I mean, when it looks like it stopped, it's still actually flowing a bit. It just hasn't reached down to that level.
Yeah, it's going through its slow start.
It was already slowing down before when we stopped it.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
We have a few followers who wanted to know if we picked up the cones, which we did, but they wanted to find information about what you discovered about them. So I was wondering if, Sarah, you could just tell them about what you observed and about the filters.
We're gonna report on temperature one more time.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
1 second.
I got 34 degrees.
ICL's at 14. Yeah, so we've picked up the microcolonizer chambers, the orange cone-looking things, and I just observed that there's a lot of limpets that kind of covered them and attacked them. That's as far as I can tell right now. What we've put inside, we can't see from what we've picked up so far, so I'll have to take a look later tonight.
Thank you. So the samples are in the bio boxes, and we'll have to wait until Hercules ascends to collect the samples. Is there anyone who would like to explain what I believe it's called the DP, that allows us to maintain our position, how that works on the ship? Someone's very curious about that.
I think that would be a question for our navigator, Ben, once he's put in a ship move with the bridge. So if you stand by, he might be able to answer that.
Okay, thank you.
Me? What?
Yeah, Ben, I believe Susan has a
Oh,
question for
yeah.
you.
Hi.
Uh-huh.
Some people were curious as to how the ship maintains its position. I believe that's the DP, but could you please explain it?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay.
The DP is the dynamic positioning system. So here we have this little one omnidirectional thruster that maintains the ship's position and can kind of step over in any direction. So we're trying to kind of balance keeping the ship in position and the prevailing kind of external forces as well as being able to move the Argus vehicle to kind of control where Hercules can go on its umbilical.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Can we get a temperature update, please?
Got 32 degrees.
I have 31.
32 and 31. Thanks, guys. And I guess we're going to run over to account for the time we paused. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'll probably stop
Yeah.
at 22, 22.
22, 22. Copy that. Standing by.
We're aboard, excuse me, we're aboard the Nautilus off the coast of Northern California and Oregon at Gorda Ridge. Exploring the hydrothermal vents, collecting samples for NASA Subsea and Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute. There are a team of scientists and technicians aboard who have a common goal, and they are working together. It's an amazing experience watching this. Everybody brings their expertise and has, like I said, this common goal, and it's working beautifully. Can someone answer this question? Is Nautilus mostly in the Pacific Ocean, and that there are other EV vessels on the eastern in the Atlantic, or does Nautilus sometimes go to the Atlantic as well?
Standing by to answer that question because we're just about to wrap up
Okay,
a sample,
sure.
I think.
Got 22 degrees.
9 degrees for the ICL. You stop sample?
Stopping sample now. 22, 22:30.
Stopping sample 20, 22:30.
And flow counts. 14317.
14317.
With the total volume of 5.42 liters.
5.42 liters.
Average flow rate of 0.27 liters per minute.
0.27 liters per minute. That's great. Thank you, guys.
I'm going to switch to the bags now.
Mm-hmm.
It's the last bag, right?
Correct, yeah, and we need to switch the probe,
wand.
The wand.
Trevor, we're going to have to switch to the exhaust wand, please.
Roger, you're clear for that right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We're sampling in the same place.
Okay,
Just
come on,
FYI.
please.
Coming wide.
So I'll stow this wand right now.
Yep.
So I can answer that question for you quickly, Susan, for those who are listening on Nautilus Live about whereabouts the Nautilus is at the moment. So yes, you're right. Currently, the Nautilus is in the Pacific and will remain in the Pacific for the rest of this season. It was also in the Pacific last year and the year before that too. And before that, it came through the Panama Canal and it was in the Caribbean. And I believe it spent 2 years in the Caribbean. And before that, it was in the Mediterranean. So they've not actually done any work in the Atlantic as such. But certainly have worked in the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, and the Pacific Ocean.
We've been in the Gulf of Mexico too.
Oh, and the Gulf of Mexico, there we go.
Okay, thank you.
Phone cord is tangled up now. How does those old phone cords? You know what I'm talking about. Oh, no one does. Okay.
Did you say phone cards?
Phone cords.
Phone cords where they're all like.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
This is.
Kids these days, they're not going to know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Jess.
May I charge my cell phone?
Cassidy's younger than me. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Get in there. Maybe I'll abandon that for now. Yes. Oh, yikes.
What
So-
is the pH in this area?
We don't know yet.
We
Mm,
don't know
okay.
from
We'll
the
know later.
stuff. We have to bring it up first.
Stay tuned.
That's it.
Oh, Amy or Sarah, I don't know if one of you want to take a look at the side chat. There's a message from Vincent regarding silica measurements. So he's asked, it would be great if I could have silica measurements in one of the super samples at that site. Does that's an okay, yeah?
At this site, yeah.
At this site, yes.
Yeah, we were planning on doing that. We were planning on doing that anyway.
Yep, that's confirmed, Vincent, from Amy and Sarah. Yes, that's not a problem at all. You can get a silica measurement from one of these super samples.
Do you want to do this or you want me to finish it off? It doesn't matter. We're doing it back soon. Once he switches to ones.
Trying to get this silly tangly mess out of the way. Maybe just ignore it. Or just ignore it.
Do you need the bubble?
Yeah, here.
No, I'm over it.
Is it?
No?
You don't.
Wow. Beautiful. When you get a chance, Trevor, too, you're going to want to fix your mic. You're hard to hear.
How about now?
That's good.
Okay.
Check 1, 2.
Too bad for everyone at home. You can hear me again.
Don't want to miss out on Trevor's beautiful voice.
Zoom in, please.
You got it.
Let's see this.
Let me
Any
know.
more zoom there?
Yeah. That's full zoom. Wow.
That's a mega zoom there.
Do you want me to come out?
No, that's fine. It's grand.
That's grand.
How does that look there?
I think that's
Science
perfect.
row?
What do you think, Amy?
That looks good.
Okay.
Okay, I'll lock it off there and you can do your super sampling.
Let me keep track of the 30 seconds.
Yes, please.
Okay, let me know when you're starting.
Starting now.
Copy that, starting the flush now.
Flushing the bag.
So this is our first of our 3 flushes, is that correct?
Yep.
Confirming you're in port 9 for this.
Correct. Port 9.
All right.
Stopping flush.
Purging.
Purging now.
The marker.
Stopping flow.
Second flush.
Flushing.
Stop.
Stopping. Purging.
Video, can we get the bags on sat feed 2, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay.
Stopping.
Final rinse. Oh, filling.
Last flush.
Did you start it?
Yes.
Copy that. This is the last and final flush.
It looks like I'm out of the flow-ish.
Yeah.
Down on delta.
You want to readjust a little bit?
Amy, can I defer to you?
A smidge.
Sure, a smidge.
We're gonna reposition
Okay. Stop.
reposition because it's kind of out of it now.
Go ahead and stop.
Yeah.
And
Okay, come out
purging.
a little bit, please. Keep going. That's good there. Okay, come in again. How about there? That look okay to you?
Looks good to me. Amy, good?
Okay.
Good.
Walked off again.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ready to fill?
Ready to fill.
Filling bag at 223210.
Copy that. Starting sample 223210.
Starting flow counts is 15010.
15010. Start flow count.
When there's a moment, could Eric or Sarah explain what a typical day would be like after right now you're in the control van, and then when you retrieve your items and what you need to do when you go into your labs?
Sure, I can briefly cover that. After ROV Hercules comes on deck, we have several samples to collect to recover from it. These bags that we're filling right now, the filters that we just took, 3 at this site and 3 at the other site. We'll again preserve that with RNA later and put that in the fridge. And then we have the microcolonizers in the bio box that we also need to recover. And we'll also be collecting background seawater, because when we do sequencing, as you've seen, estimating where the flow is, we can do a pretty good job visually, but having that background seawater is a good way to eliminate any signals that we might get from the background seawater. It's good to know what might exist in the background for that. And the bags that we're collecting now, we're going to do 2 types of incubation experiments with them on board that will take place over the next 36 hours after we recover them.
Thank you. I noticed you have a mobile lab aboard. Will that then be taking back the entire lab, the container?
No. That container's loaded on this ship right before we depart here, and then we brought our own materials and different types of bins from Woods Hole that we'll repack at the end of this week.
Oh, okay, thank you. Would this be the appropriate time for someone from the ISC to explain the difference between the clear smoker versus the black and white?
Yeah, hi, this is Chris. I can take that one if you can hear me.
Yes, thank you. I'd appreciate that.
So whether we get smoke or not from a vent is a function of the minerals that are in the fluid coming out of the ground and what minerals precipitate. So that in turn is a function of both the temperature and the composition of the fluids that are coming out of the ground. The most common hydrothermal systems we know about, which doesn't necessarily mean they're the most common that exist, are black smokers. They've become quite famous around the world because they're quite easy to find, it turns out. And they're actually really quite hot. They're above 300 degrees Celsius, and they have a lot of metals in them, and they also have a lot of hydrogen sulfide. And together at those temperatures, at 350 degrees to 400 degrees Celsius, they're actually a saturated solution when they come out of the ground. And so as soon as they cool down in the seawater, which is only about 2 degrees Celsius, you start to get minerals precipitating out, those black sulfide minerals, and that's what gives them the black billowing smoke. If you go a little cooler than that, you start getting things like silicates and other things like that, and amorphous silica that precipitate, and that generates a white smoker. And one of the great joys of why we come here with the Subsea project is we're trying to expand our vocabulary of different kinds of fluids that we've studied coming out of the ground and how they can support life. And so we deliberately came here to the Gorda Ridge rather than most other mid-ocean ridges because we knew this was a site that had clear fluids coming out. And we were interested to see just how hot you can get without making any smoke. So
we're at 5 minutes
that's
now.
These vents that are about 300 degrees. And they're kind of
Stopping
interesting
sample.
because if you're actually searching for these things the conventional way you look for black smokers, this site would be invisible to all our sensing techniques.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Welcome.
So I heard the sample has stopped. Would you like me to come stow this wand? Are we doing another bag here?
No, that's the last bag. You can stow the wand.
Stow the wand. Roger. Come wide.
Great, thanks Trevor. Ready for your final flow count when you are, Eric?
End flow count was 16220.
16220.
Volume is 3.46 liters. And average flow rate was 0.69 liters per minute.
0.69 litres per minute with a final volume of 3.46 litres. Great, thank you very much.
Whoop. Don't get stuck on that.
Will do.
Oh.
You've also got the bubble.
Thank you. The next watch is sitting in the lounge like, ha, ha, I could do better.
You wouldn't do that.
Oh, we totally would.
Whoa.
So where are we headed next, Lee?
Next on our
I don't
list,
care.
actually, the first thing we've got to do before we leave the site is actually we've got to deploy our physical marker here.
Regarding
and
rocks?
Yes, and then we have to collect some rocks.
Uh-oh. Okay.
So we're not going anywhere at this moment in time. We still
Marker
got a couple.
deploy first or rock
Do not
deploy?
move.
I think let's go for a marker deploy because I'm thinking I'll rely on Shannon to give us a bit of direction, but I've got a feeling we might need to maneuver to find a basalt rock. But let's go. Oh, yes, we do need one with ciliate matte as well. Does it have to be basalt or does it have to be, it can just be hydrothermal deposit? Okay,
Yeah.
it can be deposit as well. Okay, so if we deploy this marker first, then maybe we'll grab the sample for Amy and Sarah first, and then we can refer to Shannon for her rock sample after.
Anywhere in particular?
Next to, just next to where we sampled, so anywhere there on the right, I think where you've got the chain, I think that's good.
Okay, great. You know, we do have a marker like 4 meters from here.
Marker A.
Yeah, I think it's at the specific point at which we sampled, so.
Understood.
Saves us having to feature match next time we get back here against.
Gotcha, yeah.
It's like a deflated balloon.
Yeah.
I think that
Get
every
away from my
time.
vehicle. Get away. Yeah.
Extra measure.
Okay, Shannon, I don't know if you can hear me at the ISC, but we just had a quick conversation. I was just discussing with Amy and Sarah. So they, like you said in the dive plan, they'd like a piece of rock, or they're happy with hydrothermal deposit with some of this blue ciliate matte on it. So I think what we're going to do is we'll pick that up first. And then if you spot anything while we're having a look around, Shannon, that looks to be what you need as well, please do jump in and let us know. And if not, we can maneuver the vehicle at your say-so, and we can have a look around this area for your basalt as well.
That sounds perfect. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. No problem at all.
So where should I be going for here?
We're looking for something you can pick up that would have some of that blue lilac color ciliate on it.
Okay.
Kind of hard to tell from here. I'm
yeah.
wondering if down on to the right a little bit.
Down to the right, like over here? Or what do you mean, this one?
Yeah. That looks maybe. I can't see from here. Maybe you can zoom in on it a little bit.
It's pretty
that
big.
looks pretty big.
That's really big.
Yeah.
It's much
How
too big.
does it look
What about the
after
one
here?
that just rolled
These.
into
yeah.
your...
What does that look
squished?
like?
Oh wow. Is
I'm
that
not sure.
hard?
I can't.
Let's
I
zoom in
don't
on
see
it.
a lot of
Let's
blue
find
on
out.
it.
Bring it into the light pool. There you go.
Do you want to get? You can.
What grip force are you using?
9.
Whoa. That's a
This
pretty
is the
good
real
one, then.
deal. Let's see, is it purple though? Is it
Got all the
lilac?
spiders on it.
I cannot tell.
I see some right
purple.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, right
There's a
there.
little bit.
Is that enough? Probably not.
Let's look for more blue.
Okay, come
Yeah.
wide.
Should we hold on to that just in case?
Sure.
Leave it on the
Plop
porch.
it on the porch.
On the porch.
On the porch. Oh.
Little lawn ornament.
Some people have lawn gnomes. We have rocks.
What is that?
Excuse me.
Oop.
It's hanging out.
Got
on
that
my
one
porch.
too.
Do you see any
Okay.
more
I'm gonna smash
pieces
this
that
one.
are? Do you see any
Poke
looser
splash.
pieces that are to the right?
That's a lot.
Ooh.
Herc smash.
I just said that.
Do you?
Yeah, I think Trevor, they're after more, maybe
Yeah,
more with
maybe
blue
you see
ciliate.
over to the right a little bit more. There's a
Two of each.
larger surface area with blue on it.
You're saying this one here behind the
Yeah.
jaws?
I don't know if you can zoom. I can't quite tell from here if you can
You have
zoom
to
in a little bit.
We
I don't
Turn
know if I can
around
see it now.
first.
We'd have to reposition the vehicle to get at that better.
Okay.
I can grab it
I mean,
from here,
you
but we
can
can't
also try for the area right in front of the IGTs right now.
I see, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that's where we actually just did the fluid sampling, and when we were
Then, yeah,
zoomed in, it looked like it was actually quite a vivid blue lilac colour. So I don't know if you want to try. I don't know how friable it's going to be.
Maybe we can zoom in a little bit more to target another spot. Oh wow!
Look at that.
Want me to go for maybe?
How about to
this
the
one
left?
here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just to the left. I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
This little gaffer here.
Get the official pointing, science pointing stick.
It's good
I
for
think
me.
so. That's a little bit large.
Beautiful.
Got lots of life on that.
And you don't want me to not shake the life off of this one.
Wow.
Confirm.
all
Do
the
not
spiders.
shake. Do not shake life
Sure,
off
it's pretty.
this one.
It's pretty large though.
Wow.
You
Yeah,
good
will
for a
it fit
laser
somewhere?
shot? I'll put up a lasers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can have a good measurement of it. So it's probably like
Great.
15.
Can we
20?
zoom in too?
We cannot zoom in with lasers. The lasers
Okay.
are on the top of the screen.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
survey says,
You want me to zoom in again?
Yes.
Zoom it in.
try and get it all lit up.
Wow.
How's that?
A lot of fuzz.
So funny. The blue lilac color kind of disappears when you get closer. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's almost
It
more
does,
like a
you're
white.
right.
It's like a gray.
Yeah.
What is that pink thing?
Yeah.
I think that might be part of a worm.
It's our new little friend.
What do you think, Amy? Okay. Will
Okay.
it fit somewhere? Or is it too large?
It'll fit in the box. Which box would you like me to try? I prefer port, but I'll try whatever.
Port is fine. I think the starboard one is where you put the last sample, correct?
Just a reminder, we have at least 2 more rocks we're still picking up on the same dive.
Yes,
Yikes.
that's correct. Yeah, so we have got a couple more rocks to go.
Okay.
Okay, come wide, please.
Do you want to
Pretty
run a tool tree out?
I think that pink thing is one of those roly-polies who keeps crawling around. I forget the actual scientific name.
Could be a scale worm, a
Roleus
polynoid.
Polius.
Roly-polius.
So that was correct, the last rock
Someone-
we placed in the starboard
Tool tree out.
side. So right now
Sure.
we have a microcolonizer in each box and a rock also in starboard side.
Visuals on bubble.
Okay.
Oh, worm's trying to get out.
1, 2.
This was the one with the exposed.
The exposed bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nice.
Nice.
Great. Okay, tool tree in.
Are we doing another rock grab right here?
We are indeed. I'm just going
Let's
to
keep it
wait
out.
for Shannon. So we're going to go over to Shannon at the ISC now. So I think what we might want to do, Trevor, is probably just zoom in to where we just sampled, just so we can get
Go ahead.
a quick look-see and a confirmation from Shannon if there is anything there she would like. And if not, we may move. So I'll hand over to you, Shannon. Is there anything you can see there that is...
No, to me that looks like it's more of the precipitate. But if you zoom out, it looked like on the edge of the platform that you're on the left-hand side, there might be an opportunity to sweep around there and see if we can find some rock. So actually move away from there and then wrap around that side.
As in take off?
Yes, confirm. I do believe Shannon means, yeah, we're going to lift off Shannon, that's
Okay,
correct,
close
and then
to the tray.
drop down to the left where you see the basalt in the background, but we're going to face into the mound that we're sampling now and look at the base there for a rock. Is that correct, Shannon?
Okay, that's good.
Just be careful of that.
That is correct. Thank you for translating that so
No,
much
no.
better.
No, that's fine. No, you did a good job. It's just
Okay.
making sure we're all on the same page.
I'm at
so
the
it's good
mercy of
news.
you guys. What rock would you like?
Yeah, so something closer to the top, Shannon, or around the base?
Closer to the top is definitely better.
Okay, so it's just gone under the tool tray, Trevor.
Okay.
Just in between there. Can you see that guy? To the right of your predator now. Not the
I do
big,
see it. Yep.
not the big
Not
one, the one up there.
behind- Right behind it right now.
Yeah.
The little
How
kind
does?
of roundy guy. Sure.
Yeah. So just above the claw now, Shannon. What do you think to that? Would that be something that could be of interest?
Maybe. That one looks more like it's fallen in more recently. It'd be great if we could get something that was more tucked under, if I'm looking at the one I think you're talking about.
Yeah, okay, I would agree. So yeah, the one just below the lasers now, so you think that might have fallen, the one that Trevor's pointing to now with the claw, You think that's fallen from
This is
somewhere?
Nope.
Oh, no.
Affirmative. It looks like the fresh pieces to the left of it.
Okay.
Yeah, this one is solid. It is part of the ground.
Yeah, we just tried to pick up this one. It's actually part of the seafloor.
Oh,
no.
Not for long.
Oh.
Well then.
Right, stand by, Trevor. I'm just going to wait for Shannon to take a look.
Yeah,
So,
can you zoom in, please? We'll give her a good
so it
view.
was actually loose, Shannon, but whether that's any use
I
for you.
would not say that was loose.
Well, not loose, but I think it could have fallen at some point from somewhere above, I think is the issue potentially, Trevor. So we'll just stand by.
I understand.
We've got the flow coming through just now.
I'm nervous about that one. Can we put her on the porch and hope we find something better?
Roger. Come wide.
We can do that, no problem.
You see any other ones calling your name? Huh? Shannon, bring me with you.
Can you zoom out for me just a little bit?
This is as
We're
wide as we
full
can zoom.
now.
Can you zoom in close to where the lasers are?
Yeah, go ahead, zoom. Good there, I think. No. Yeah. I've been practicing this one-handed.
So we're definitely struggling a little bit with the compressed video. Do you guys have anything that you're seeing that looks likely?
There's something to the left of the field of view now, but it's really large, I would say. These pieces over here that the Predator is now pointing to, they seem quite big. And yeah, like there's a piece now that Trevor has just in front of the arm that is loose. But again, I don't know if it's you're gonna have the same issue with the piece we just picked up, in the fact that it could have been from further upslope rather than in situ. We'll hold that in the claw for a minute so you can have a look.
Given the shape of it, that actually looks more like it could be more of a precipitate.
Yeah, no, it could be. It could well be. I think the first piece we certainly picked up was hard, and because it was well within the deposit itself. I think that might have been basalt. I think you're right. This could be weathered hydrothermal deposit. So we can drop that bit, Trevor. That's
Tell you what, let's just...
Oh, sorry. Stand by, Trevor.
Not dropping.
Yep, stand by. Sorry, go ahead, Shannon.
Sorry, go ahead and drop. There's a weird time delay over here.
Wide, please.
I was going to say, let's go ahead and just take the one that we put on the front porch and call it good.
Roger that.
Copy that,
I'll get
Shannon.
rid of the one on the jaws and...
I thought I saw a small piece right there in that. Oh, right where we just dropped that.
Drop that.
I don't know. Right here. Oh, okay.
Points for distance.
That wasn't my best.
Can we get some more good images of this one before
Yeah,
you
you
put it
betcha.
away? Thank you.
Okay, go ahead and zoom. There's the lasers.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, and I'll put it in the light pool. Whoa, look at that Jason grip. Am I shaking the life off this thing? You know what? If I cannot, I would prefer to not because of the tenuous grip.
I would say that's not a problem. I keep hold of the rock and sample the rock. That's
Roger.
not a problem.
Okay,
Do you know which side to put in tool tray?
Yeah. Come wide, please, Jess.
Tool tray out?
Sure. Nice and slow, though. It might bump off.
I would suggest port, just because I think it looks more similar to the one that's in the starboard.
Port, roger.
Did you check to see if it was okay with Sarah to put it in there?
Standing by.
Yeah. We just checked with Amy. I checked with
You
Amy.
good?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's fine. We've checked.
And there's one more rock sample.
Not
Sarah's in the lounge. She says it's okay.
Okay, copy that. Thank you, Lounge. No, that is complete for this sampling site. So I just want to get a confirmation from Shannon that you're happy with this rock.
Tool tray.
Tool tray in.
Yeah.
I absolutely am. I'm a little grossed out by all the life on it, but I agree with the decision to not shake it and risk it.
Yuck.
We'll handle that.
So the worm
get that
is
off.
caught in the tool tray.
Oh yeah, this sampling has proven to me that I made the right call as a geologist. I am not meant for the squidgy bits.
Squidgy bits.
Those rocks will get to you clean, Shannon. Nice and clean.
Okay, we'll probably
That's
take
great,
this
thank
time to
you.
do a ROV handover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is probably a good time for handover.
All right.
Great,
All right,
thank
team.
you.
Thanks, everyone.
See you later, world.
Thank you so much.
Okay, just to let those at the ISC know, we're just doing our handover to the 4 to 8 watch. So the ROV pilots are in the van, and we will be doing a handover on the back bench shortly. Stand by.
For those of you watching on Nautilus Live, let me perhaps take this opportunity to give you a sense of where we are and what we're doing today. So on Hercules main camera, you can see a zoomed in view of one of the diffuse flow hydrothermal vent fields that make up this Sea Cliff hydrothermal vent site. Today, the ROVs are operating at a depth of approximately 2,700 meters. These vents themselves, they're part of a larger feature that we call Gorda Ridge. This ridge forms the boundary between the Pacific and the Gorda tectonic plates off the west coast of North America. At the moment, the Nautilus, where all of these voices are coming to you from, is stationed about 180 kilometers off the west coast of North America. Really, if you look on the map, just at the find the border between California and Oregon, and then trace your finger out a little bit into the ocean, and that's where we are. For those of you following on Nautilus Live, we have the opportunity, when time permits, to answer your questions and respond to your comments, so please keep them coming in. Most often on the dives, we let the pace of operations kind of dictate the conversation, but as and when the opportunity comes, we'll have a chance to speak to you directly, so we appreciate you joining us today.
Trevor definitely leans back. You got it. One goes one way, one goes the other way.
Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon, Wayne. You sitting comfortably?
I am, for probably about the next 5 to 10 minutes before Sarah comes in. And
oh, she's spotting you off?
Yes, this is her last leg, and she hasn't gotten much time due to the weather cancellations. So I'm trying to get her as much time as possible.
Great.
On the cameras. So so she'll be filling in shortly. Yeah.
All right, so what...
And on cue, she walks in.
We weren't told what we were doing next.
Yeah, I got...
Bye, John.
See you, Wayne. Let's do this again sometime.
It was real.
We might have just gotten here. I think he just moved. He just like rotated around because there's the markers there. Yep. We may not get the geotransit in.
Hello.
Hello.
Who's just joined us?
Darlene.
Hey, Darlene. How's it going?
Good, John. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Lovely day.
Oh, it's a beautiful day outside.
It is. It's spectacular. I can't even, like, it's amazing. The color of the water is so amazing.
Oh, Roger. Okay, so you're dropping the sample target right now? Got it. Okay,
Hello.
so do
Video's
we
back.
have a next step, Darlene?
Yes, ma'am. So once sample target is down, we are, we're actually, yeah, we're heading back to actually where our, sorry, I'm sorry, I'm talking over top of you. We're going back to where we dropped sample marker C.
Okay.
Charlie. It was the site of the high temperature vent that we found. So that is waypoint 4.
Okay.
And when we get there, we're actually going to collect a rock slightly away from the actual vent to get a basalt sample. And then we'll set up at the dive, and then Eric will do his magic and fill 4 super tubes. And we'll get Shannon and her team to give us some guidance once we get there.
Okay, and our recovery time, is that a hard recovery time, or do we have extra time if the sampling takes longer?
We have extra time, so we'd like to be on deck by 9 p.m. at latest. So
Okay.
leaving bottom, what would you guys say, like 6:30 to 7 sort of thing? Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
so,
Between 6:30
so
and
that
7.
is a hard recovery time then.
Sorry, yes, that's hard, but it's extended from what the original 8 o'clock
Roger.
one, yeah.
I'm following. Thank you, Darlene.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, I'm just looking for waypoint 4 from Nav when he's ready, and then I think we can get cracking.
Right. Marker C. I think she.
Yep.
You don't look like Wayne.
Nope, it's Sarah here. Roger.
Bearing 325. I think your camera's back.
Yeah, he was working in the box. Good call. You like to fly around with it out, huh?
Yeah.
Video, can you push past the vignetting a little?
Yep.
What? I'm sorry? Ish, yeah.
15 plus.
15's nice and conservative. Yeah. 6 o'clock?
It's close. Yeah, to be fully on deck, it's. I would say hard cutoff is probably 6:30.
We've been doing 17 to 20 on one
Right,
pass.
but we're
and
also
about
picking up
14 rocks. Yeah, our Z bias is negative 40, which it's been before.
All right.
Okay.
So
where's 4?
325.
Okay, 325. Okay, you want to set up a ship move?
Yep.
Great. Are you ready to go?
Yep, I'm just swinging around to 325, which
I'll
is
do the
about a
same thing.
180 to you. I'm going around to port.
Okay, then I will, since we're set up properly, I guess I will also go around to port.
And Gabby, Greg, and Miles.
Yes.
Figure 3 of the dive plan document
I'm sorry, say again.
Figure
Darren?
3 of the dive plan document.
Okay.
Yeah, it shows you the photo of where we're going, and then the heading is approximately 091. And the rocks will be downslope, about greater than 5 meters away, downslope to the right of the image that you see in front of you.
So for those of you watching on Nautilus Live, this is just a great chance to remember this view.
Miles, when I'm moved and when I'm on my way, can you show me what that was again? I was paying attention to something else.
So we're just leaving a site of diffuse flow on the seafloor, and we're heading across to a site of focused high temperature flow, so it's a great opportunity to see some of the varied terrain down here. A couple of you have been asking about what kind of life forms we're seeing with these Hercules cameras. Most of them are tube worms of one species or another, also with some little crabs and other kinds of worms over them, a few little squat lobsters or shrimps.
So this is going to be a downslope, 50
It
meter move?
picks back up pretty quick. It'll be a little bit downslope though. But you can start to push out because I'm already ahead of you.
Roger. Okay, 30 meters downslope, Roger. 325, you said?
Yeah, 320 now.
Okay. You guys are okay with a little bit of blue water as I go down slope?
Yeah. You mean for science?
Yep.
Yes, we are. Thank you.
Exploring with Hercules at this site has been likened to exploring a dark hillside at night with a flashlight. Of course, we do get the added benefit that when we want to, we get to fly. And so Gabby's just taking a route as the crow flies to our next waypoint.
The sea crow.
Yes, the famous sea crow, which we've learned about during this cruise. There's a nice vent over there off to the left.
Argus, can I push past the little vignetting?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I can hear someone having a good old rustle as they enjoy a snack. Oh, here we go. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, Miles.
Oh, now he's really on the spot.
Clearly.
Yeah.
He was actually doing it for me, too.
I know how you like your chewing tobacco.
Really just mostly cleaning up the station.
Yep, I hear you.
All these
Heathens,
bars of
heathens
chocolate
everywhere.
that they just like left here. There we go. I think that's our Z bias. Maybe a little more.
I'm going to keep the delta high until we're past that chimney.
Roger. Oh, we're heavy.
Your Z-bias is almost 0.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to dial it a